My mother-in-law suddenly told me I couldn't come on the family trip. She said, daughters-in-law aren't part of the family, so I should stay home. I just said, okay. I was folding laundry when my mother-in-law dropped the bomb. The annual family cabin trip was coming up, the one we'd attended together for the past 5 years. She stood in my kitchen, coffee cup in hand, and said it so casually. This year, we're keeping it blood family only. Daughters-in-law aren't really part of the family, so you should stay home. I stopped mid-fold, a towel suspended in my hands. My husband Mark was upstairs, oblivious. I'm sorry, what? I asked. Sure, I'd misheard. She sipped her coffee like she'd just commented on the weather. It's nothing personal, dear. We just want quality time with our actual children. You understand. 5 years of forced smiles, passive-aggressive comments about my cooking, and subtle digs about when we'd have kids flashed through my mind. But this was different. This was her finally saying the quiet part loud. Okay, I said simply, returning to my laundry. She blinked, clearly expecting resistance. Oh. Well, good. I'm glad you're being reasonable about this. She left 20 minutes later, satisfied she'd won whatever game she was playing. When Mark came downstairs, I told him what happened. His face went red. She said, what? That's insane. I'll call her right now. Don't. I said calmly. She made her position clear. Daughters-in-law aren't family. I respect her wishes. You're my wife. You're absolutely family. Tell her that, not me. He called his mother immediately. The conversation was heated. I could hear her voice through the phone, shrill and defensive. Mark hung up looking defeated. She's not budging, says it's her cabin, her rules. I told her if you're not going, neither am I. No, I said firmly. You should go. Spend time with your blood family. He looked confused. What are you planning? Nothing. I'm just respecting her boundaries. The week before the trip, things got interesting. Mark's sister called asking if I could watch her 2 kids during the cabin weekend. Since you're staying home anyway, she said cheerfully. It would really help me out. I'd love to help, I replied sweetly. But I'm not family, remember? I wouldn't want to overstep. Silence. What? Your mom made it very clear. I'm just respecting her wishes. She hung up quickly. 10 minutes later, my mother-in-law called, voice tight. Jessica says you won't watch the kids. Daughters-in-law aren't family, so I assumed you'd prefer to keep childcare within the actual family. Don't be ridiculous. That's different. Is it? I'm just following your rules. The next day, Mark's brother called about borrowing our truck for the trip. Their SUV wasn't big enough for all the supplies. Sorry, I told him. The truck's in my name. Since I'm not family, I don't feel comfortable lending out my property for a family event I'm excluded from. This is petty, he snapped. No. This is boundaries. My mother-in-law showed up at our door that evening, furious. You're sabotaging the entire trip. I smiled pleasantly. I'm simply not participating in family matters. Isn't that what you wanted? I meant the cabin, not everything. Oh, so I'm family when you need something, but not when it's convenient for you? That's fascinating. Her face went purple. Mark appeared behind her. Mom, you caused this. Either she's family all the time, or she's not family at all. You don't get to pick and choose. She sputtered, looked between us, then finally said, fine, she can come to the cabin. That's generous, I said. But I've made other plans. Booked a spa weekend with my friends. You know, my chosen family who actually want me around. You're being childish. I'm being consistent. Maybe next year you'll remember that family isn't just about blood. It's about respect. They went on the trip without me. My spa weekend was incredible. When they returned, my mother-in-law's attitude had shifted. She was quieter, less presumptuous. Mark told me his siblings had spent the entire trip arguing about my absence, about how their mother's comment had exposed years of taking me for granted. Last week, she invited me to lunch, just the 2 of us. I was wrong. She said stiffly, you are family. I smiled. I always was. Glad you finally noticed.